Hi, my name is Seb Goldswain. I have the honor and privilege of being a professional musician, recording artist, and guitar player. And I'm here to tell you today about my second full-length album titled The Road Ahead. So with the first album, I decided to release a broad and eclectic range of styles of music on the first album. And so it was interesting to watch audiences respond to that music, and by far and away the best response I got for that album was for the acoustic music. And it was the acoustic music that I was getting lots of social media messages about, and people were signing up for lessons because they wanted to learn those songs. And so this time around I've decided to delve fully into that, and I've recorded a full album of fully acoustic songs, and I've absolutely fallen in love with the acoustic guitar in the process. So most of the album is solo acoustic guitar, and there were two tracks that I decided I was going to put full band arrangements together. I had the privilege of working with some phenomenal musicians on those tracks, namely Untitled on bass, and Stefan Peshu on drums, and the wonderful Gary Nixon from the Kickstands singing on Wayfaring Stranger. I'm very excited about the performances that these guys gave, and they really add a good ethnic feel to the album. Some interesting facts as well is I'm very inspired by the UK artist Jacob Collier. And Jacob Collier is very famous for these astounding choir arrangements that he comes up with and sings by himself. So I decided to, well, being inspired by that, I decided to do something similar. So on Morokeni and Wayfaring Stranger, I have a choir of Sebs that I arranged panned throughout the stereo image of the songs. And there are about 80 takes or 80 recordings of my voice panned across those two tracks. Morokeni is a traditional Sotho song and is the opening song on my album. This song has become popular with choirs across Europe and the United States in recent years, but although these choirs do fantastic arrangements of the song, I feel that they often can lack the sense of authentic African rhythm and feel that the song needs. This is a wonderful song of greeting and has a great sense of joy and the feeling of life about it, and so is a fantastic song to open the album with and for opening my concerts with. The Road Ahead is a song that I wrote at a period in my life when I just finished my music studies at university and was going out into the world trying to make a living as a professional musician. One of the difficult things about being a professional musician is the fact that there isn't a set career ladder for you to climb. You have to, in a sense, make up your job as you go along. And that can be daunting for a lot of people, but I find that very exciting. So I decided to try and capture that sense of excitement that I feel about not knowing where I'm going next into this song, and this song really does capture how I felt at that period in my life. Wayfaring Stranger is a traditional American song and is one of the most popular recorded songs of all time. It was a great privilege for me to be able to arrange the song and put my own stamp on it, and I also had some phenomenal musicians playing on this album, like Llewellyn Chetty on bass, Stefan Peshu on drums, and I had the incredible vocal talents of Gary Nixon singing lead vocals on this song. This song also features the choir of Sebs in the background and has turned out to be one of my favorite songs in the recording process.
No more to run, I'm just going over Jordan.
A Mother's Prayer is a song that I wrote as an encouragement and as a tribute to a young family that I know. They have a little boy whose name is also Sebastian, and he figures that since he and I share the first name, that must practically mean that we're related. And we were very disappointed and very saddened to hear a couple of years ago that Sebastian had contracted leukemia, and it was very devastating for all of us. And for a couple of months, Sebastian was on the verge of passing away. and it was very difficult for all of us. And so I decided to write a piece of music as an encouragement specifically to his mother, who had to deal with him through this whole process. And so I wasn't too sure how I was going to end the song. I wasn't too sure if this was going to be a happy song or a sad song, because I didn't know the outcome of the story yet, until one day we heard that Sebastian had had an experimental procedure at a hospital in Cape Town, and the procedure was a success. And Sebastian came home and his leukemia was gone within a couple of weeks. We were very excited and absolutely ecstatic, so that helped me to be able to finish this song. So I wrote the song kind of like as a memorial for the difficult period that Sebastian and his family went through, and also specifically as a tribute to his mother, who had to be with him through that whole period. Motown is a style of music that I hadn't really familiarized myself with growing up. It was only when I got to university that I was exposed to the music of Quincy Jones and the Jackson 5 and other groups like that. And I absolutely love Motown music, so this is a song that I wrote as a tribute to that style of music.